Welcome to Crappens. Don't wait a week for a new video. Join our Patreon at the Crappens On Demand level for instant recap access. Link in description. Enjoy the show. Well, hello everybody. Welcome to Watch What Crappens, the podcast for all that crap we love to talk about on Yo Brovs. I'm Ronnie. Hi. I'm with Ben. Hi, Ben.
Hi, how's it going?
Good. How are you, sweet man, little munchkin man?
Oh, I'm divine. I'm divine. What's going on with you?
Divineness to him. I'm excited because we're here today to recap the second episode of Welcome to Crappie Lake, which we love. We take it very personally that the show is even called this. We love you, show. We love everyone involved in this show. Thank you for being here. And thank you guys for being here. If you want to watch this video, it is on Crappens On Demand on our Patreon. Just go to Patreon, search Watch What Crappens. It's available a week after we release it here over on YouTube. Okay, for free, for everybody. Yeah. We also do bonuses every week. Last week we did a really fun one that was an Amazon shopping extravaganza. And this time we did video with it. So you could see what we were shopping for and looking for. And we will update you guys on the stuff we got this week and how we like it and all of that good stuff. And I think that's it for openers for me. You have anything you want to mention?
Nothing except to say that was like such a fun bonus episode. And it was really cool to be able to like put the browsers up on screen for people to watch what we were browsing for while we did it. So definitely people should check that out.
Technology, guys.
Gosh.
So the reaction to this show has been really good. People are loving the show, which I'm super happy about because we love it as well. Also, I love that just the timing of the episodes. I mentioned it on my threads, which is like Instagram's Twitter or whatever. I thought it was so cute that the next episode has like a lemonade stand. They show the clip for the next one is a lemonade stand. And this week was the premiere of Real Housewives of New York, the new ones, which they're turning lemons into lemonades with this show. Guys, I just loved it. I thought it was so cute.
But you know what is the fun? You know what? Bravo is, they are such fuckers. They are so mean. I think it is so funny that they have Luann and Sonja on like Roni premiere day. They are like doing interstitials where it's like, hey, it's Sonja and Luann tonight. Be sure to watch Real Housewives of Atlanta, followed by the new Real Housewives of New York, and then us OGs. I'm like, you're gonna have them promote the show they got fired from. Like, it's just so cruel. They hated that. They hated it. Bravo. They are hilarious.
Well, they also gave them their own show. So what would you rather have? Would you rather have, because Sonja and Luann are both delusional. So they think this show is going to go on for 20 years, Yeah. And would you rather have a show that you have to share with Dorinda and Ramona and all these crazies, or would you rather a duo show?
Yeah. I think they want it all. I think they want they want to have the spinoff and they want to be on Roni still. But I have to say, by the way, so full confesh, last week we did Crappie Lake episode 1, and then I was like, I'm gonna watch episode 2, and I didn't get around to it until we decided to recap it for this week. And I liked episode 1. It was better than I thought it would be, but I think I said on the show it's better than I thought it would be, but it wasn't as good as I thought as people were saying. But I thought episode 2 was hilarious. So I think that like what was nice about episode 2 was they could just sort of be more of the show. And episode 1 was still sort of piloty. There's a lot of people in the town talking, and like it didn't really have necessarily the same flow. But this episode, I was cracking up. So I am now 100% in on Crappie Lake.
Because it really is so funny that they just show up and they're so themselves.
They are.
What I mean? Like they can't help it. They can't be anybody else. And they're trying, like they're wearing glitter everywhere and sequins everywhere. I mean, they're just ridiculous. Like someone told them you should do that, but it also seems like it would be a totally natural choice for them to be like, let's go to the fire department in sequins.
Like I feel like you can see the areas that are contrived that the producers, I feel like the producers told them like wear sequins to like the local thing. Like I feel like there are contrived moments, but there's also a lot of moments where despite the contrivances, their true nature comes out despite that. And that's where the show is really at its best.
Yeah, I mean, this one is just two horny ladies just going to town, So this opens at the Benton Motel, and Akash Patel comes into Sonja's room, and he's great casting this guy that he just completely mocks him and thinks are hilarious. I think he's just drunk all day. you know?
Yeah, and this guy who runs this like shitty ass motel walks in and is like, "What have you done to this room? What have you done to my place? You're ruining this place," as if it's the Plaza Hotel.
It's literally the most expensive things that have ever been in this room. Okay. It's the most expensive decorative items that have ever been here, even though they're Sonja's granny panties, you know?
Yes.
So she is crawling over junk, literally disgusting. This room is terrible. And she's like, don't worry. Everything's organized, even though it doesn't necessarily look like it. And he goes, yeah, it does look like it. She's like, well, I have a list for you, by the way. I need trash cans, organizing bins. He's like, love the dildo over there on the bed. That's nice.
She goes, "Oh, Jesus, that's not for you." He goes, "I love it, though." She goes, "Well, it's in its charging station right now. Yeah, it's a charging station. I kind of use it on my shoulders and, downtown, of course. And I do have something that's just for the shoulders, but it was too heavy. So, I just have the dildo."
This is multi-use now. And he's like, so you have a charging station for dildos? She goes, yeah. That's how you charge them. Okay. Oh, don't forget, you came to get the garbage. Don't forget. Her whole room is full of trash, and she doesn't even have a trash bag. She just hands him like a styrofoam container that she's done with. She's like, take this and go.
Now the room's clean. So then Sonja goes over
to... She rolls her eyes like he's the fucking disaster in that room.
Exactly. So now she goes over to Luann's room, and Luann's like, "Are you ready?" And she's all in sequins. Luann has just been dying to get in the sequin dress. And she's like, "Well, I'm very excited because we're going to go meet the director at the Civic Center. And it's our first mission for the mayor, so I want to do a good job, whoever the hell he is. Now, we have to look the part, and I think that we look great."
I'm just hoping he's gay. Well, of course, I'm guessing he's a theater director. I mean, what else would he be? Do they even make those in straight? She's like, good, fabulous. We live for our fabulous queens.
So they're so excited. They're like, finally, after grabbing a catfish by the mouth and hauling it out of the water, we can finally be with some gays at last. So they climb into the car. They go to the car. And Sonja just starts walking across the parking lot. And Luann's like, Son, are you driving? The car's right here, Sonja. She's, "Oh, no, not that again. Ugh, this is terrible. This is not aesthetically me at all. I mean, I don't mind the no AC. It's just not appealing. And we're not getting paid for this logo or anything else." Sonja has like, I was surprised that Sonja was the one who didn't want to get in the car, that Luann was totally game for it.
Well, she's mad that she's not getting paid for the logo because, of course, it's total Sonja. She doesn't have AC. She's totally used to not having AC. She barely has running water, okay? So she's like, I just don't like we're not getting paid for the logo. So then, welcome to Crappie Lake. So they're driving around, and Luann's like, what are you doing, Sonja? And you're supposed to be co-pilot, Sonja-Rita. And Sonja's got her big, thick Grey Gardens glasses on, and she's just going through something.
And Luann's like, "All right, we're just like Thelma and Louise. We're going to go down together. Just tell me if there's a cliff, okay? Can you help me out here if there's a cliff or a terrible small town we have to drive through?" Oh, shit. Too late on that front.
I've already used my Lucy and Ethel in episode 1, so here's Laverne and Shirley. Just wait for Laverne and Shirley in the next... Wait, what did I say? I used Lucy and Ethel in 1. This was my Thelma and Louise. Lemonade stand... We'll do Laverne and Shirley. Okay, got it. Is there a chocolate factory in this dump of a town? We'll do it at the lemon thing.
So they arrive at the Benton Civic Center, and the temperature is 93 degrees with 90% humidity. And they walk into this center, and they're like trying to find this theater director. And they're like, "Well, there's the Office of Administration. Why don't we go in there?" And there's like a rascal scooter in there. So Luann's like, "Oh, look at this. It's a poor person's car. They parked it right here in the office."
This Benton Civic Center, guys, you need to brand yourself, okay? You can't be... First of all, it looks like it's in an old Dairy Queen, okay? And then they just had a sign made, and it says banquets, business meetings, concerts, weddings, receptions, theatrical... Civic Center. Got it, okay? Just put places with chairs, okay? You don't need to give us advice of things to do.
You need to name it after, like, if it were me, I would just be like, you know what, fuck it. I'm just going to name it after a celebrity, as if a celebrity donated, even if they didn't. Be like the Anne Bancroft Center for the Performing Arts,
Call it the George Harrison. That's your thing.
The George Harrison.
Oh, yeah, and we learned why George Harrison's a big deal there, because his sister lived there or something. So George Harrison would come visit.
Yes.
And that was like the big thing there. So a lot of people been fucked by George Harrison.
Yeah.
In this
So
town.
so back at the Gina Gershon Theater of Arts and Potential, Luann is like, so poor person vehicle, what is this? And so he's like, oh, I love this. You know, I might need one eventually. So she hops onto it, and she's like, how's this thing go? And she like hits like the gas pedal, and there's like a flat screen TV on a stand, and she just crashes. He just crashes into it,
That
and
thing
I
goes
just
faster than a Vespa.
it was, and Luann like saves the TV, and Luann is cracking up. Luann can't believe this, and then Sonia like backs up into a wall. Oops, sorry about that.
And she's just listening to Luann crack up because she's so legitimately cracking up with that voice. It's like, it sounds like a ghost, like trying to leave Earth or being sucked out of the Earth, you know? Like,
Remember the movie? Remember the movie?
Ghost fax. It's like a ghost fax machine or a ghost when
A portal
AOL
opened
just
up.
started. You know,
Ghost modem. Or Ghost is on dial-up, and the dial-up modem is another Ghost. But remember in Twister when they're running from the Twister?
Everything. I
Yes.
remember every
I
single
knew-
part, of course.
Of course. When Helen Hunt and Bill Paxton, by the way, great casting. R.I.P. Bill Paxton. But who thought, like, let's do a movie. Okay, here's what we want. It's going to be a thriller about a tornado, and it's going to chase Helen Hunt. Go. There'll be a flying cow, and Philip Seymour Hoffman will be there. Double R.I.P. So they're running from the Twister, and they go into a barn, and like everything in the barn is like a saw that's hanging. It's like everything sharp in the world is in this barn.
Yeah.
I feel like that's what this scene was like for Sonia and a scooter. They're like, okay, let's put Sonia on a scooter, and let's put everything that could break right near her. Like, there's a ladder. Like, let's put a case of like glass urns or something. You know, stack of cards.
Bill, the director, comes in. He's like, "Hey, be careful on that thing. It goes pretty fast, girls." And Sonia just swings her vag out. You know, of course, because she's like in a mini skirt. Swings her leg over, and she's like, "Oh, sorry, but Luann has a need for speed. You might have heard that. Do your line, Lou. Do it." She's like, "I'm gonna kill you all." Some
But
of the classics.
I want to clarify that they rode the scooter throughout the Civic Center into the theater and down the aisle amongst the seats to Bill on stage. After
I'm gonna kill you all. It's like, you're gonna kill me all. Oh my God, they know my arrest tape. They know my arrest tape.
Oh, so Bill, hello, you're Bill? Okay. And do you know where the gay theater director is? Because I see a man in a Hawaiian shirt and Crocs, and I'm a little concerned.
I'm only assuming that, and I'm sorry to assume because I know that assuming makes an ass out of you, and you don't like ass, do you? Is what I'm asking you. You're not a homosexual, so this theater can't run on straight people, Bill. Okay.
Well, I'll just have to be the gay representation here anyway. Well, you know, the mayor has asked us to help out in town theater, and coming from a cabaret background, it's not that hard. And we see a flashback of Luann in rehearsal going, bop, 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 bop. That's it. Okay, rap.
The way that they just showed her going, her hand is doing this, but her voice is going bop, 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 bop. It's like none of it makes, you can't even stay in rhythm on your theoretical rehearsal.
Bop, 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 rap. That's it. Done. I'm the David Foster of cabaret.
Well, I can't think of anything more fun and creative to do while I'm here. So let's put on a show. And so they walk up to the stage, and Sonia's like, "Oh, look, Lou, it's a pit. It's an orchestra pit like your show."
As in, your show is the pits. So Luann goes, so, Bill, the mayor said you might need some help with an end-of-year performance. Are you interested in turning gay? I think that will help at about 75%. Would you like to have sex with a man right now?
And Sonia's like, "What? This is Bill King? I thought he was going to be like, darling." But instead he's like, "Oh, Sonia and Luann, you know. Oh, hi." I thought he was going to be like, "Sonia and Luann, I love you. I came to your Christmas show in L.A." But instead, no, it's just Bill. I'm married. I've been doing this forever. My trees on my shirt.
Well, Bill, you're in luck because we're here to save you. I do cabaret. Sonia Rita does stand-up to much smaller audiences, doesn't really have the same tour prestige that I do. She's basically selling popcorn at the side of the stage there, but I have guests and friends and songs. So anyway, we're here to help you.
Well, really, it's your vision. We're just a facility. However, I would say something that attracts people. Benton people. So, hot dogs? I've seen a lot of people who seem to like hot dogs here.
Should we just throw some catfish on the stage and see who comes through the doors?
Do you know any singing hot dogs or cartons of popcorn that could come in?
Should we put some coupons for the local supermarket here? What's it called? The Piggly Wiggly?
Bull balls. I met a celebrity with huge bull balls here. He could do something.
Well, listen, I think for this kind of town, I think we need a variety show that includes everyone, all inclusive. We can include kids and children. Children. Are there any other groups we have to include? I don't know. We can do skits. We could do ourselves. It could be basically us on stage and children in the orchestra pit, and we can throw popcorn down on their heads.
Children, parents, cousins, brothers, sisters, animals, pets, donkeys. You're not doing a donkey show, Sonja. All right, well, you want me to put the word out? I can put it on Facebook. All right, well, what are you thinking for a name? We need a name. Well, I'll tell you this. What doesn't work? Variety show. All right, well,
that's my favorite magazine.
How about cabaret? Cabaret works. I like Follies. Something
Follies.
young and fresh.
Young and fresh, like Follies. And then Benton Follies. Oh, yes, Follies sounds great. All right, it is the Benton Follies featuring the Countess Luann experience.
Yeah, don't run away from the title Benton because, don't run from Benton. This is Benton. Benton's great. Thanks for selling Ben on putting thanks for selling Bill on putting Benton in the title.
The Benton Follies are a way that Luann and I can share light on the wonderful people of Benton and the strange fish they like to capture with their hands. It's great. It's a great place to go, even though there's no bars and no attractive men here, and we know people will come.
Bill's like, well, I'm more of a behind-the-scenes kind of guy. In all honesty, I don't watch her show, but we'll see what they do to me. I could have sworn I had my wallet in my pocket. I'm not accusing anyone of anything.
Well, let's go shopping. So Luann and Sonja are driving back home, and they see like an antiques mall. So like, ooh, makes me want to go shopping. Shopping or maybe fuck someone. Let's fuck someone. Let's go to the fire department. So they pass by the fire department and pull over. And Luann's like, I have to tell you something, Sonia Rita. I'm getting hangry. I mean, for me, the heat just makes me agitated already, and I'm already agitated on top of that, so that's my problem. I'm not having any sex, and it's hot, and I'm not having sex. Did I say the sex part already? I'm angry.
And Sonya's like, well, we've got live victims right here. She's trying to get her eyelash glued on under her big glasses. She's like, ugh.
I need boys right now. I'm so boy crazy, I can't even take it. Fuck the pirate, I want a fireman now.
So they see the fireplace, and they decide that they're going to pull over to meet some firemen. And Sonia won't get out of the car because she's doing that. Like, she's still trying to keep her eyelash on, but she's like pursing her lips and like posing and making her hair crazy to look crazy for them. I'm like, you two look so bizarre. It's two
I personally am
ladies crawling out of this car.
And I'm personally a little surprised that Sonja didn't put the rascal scooter in their backseat. Like, I'm just going to take this for later. I don't know. I thought I might need it.
Not to tell you, I think it's those big trucks that just make people horny.
Yeah.
I think you get one of those trucks and you're like, yes, I'm fucking everybody.
But they're not in the big truck yet. They're just still in their insurance
they're
salesman
still in the
car.
little one?
Yeah.
Oh, darn
But
it.
maybe
Spoiler
the truck
alert.
potential. Maybe being around a lot of trucks is getting them going, So they get out, and Luann's like, oh, hello, I'm Luann, and what's your name? Hopefully it has no word in your last name that might make me hornier. He's like, well, my name is Shane Cockrum. Oh, yeah, Cockrum, give it to me.
All I heard was cock. And he's like, yeah, Shane Cockrum, also known as Chief Cockrum. And Sonja's like, Luann's like, Sonja, get off your phone. He's like, well, you ladies are dressed for success today. I was like, that is the nicest way to put it. I mean,
I know, dressed for success.
We have a vibrant streetwalker community here in Benton. And We give our ladies of the night nothing but respect. You'll fit in great.
We like to protect them. Luann goes, well, thank you. I am dressed for cabaret. You said cabaret, yes, or success? Same word for me. Anyway, we just stopped in and thought we'd say hello, see if anyone wanted to, I don't know, go down on me while I'm here. I don't know. There's a fire that needs to be put out between my legs, if you know what I'm saying. Ha!
And Sonja goes, we want to see your pole. I know you do. Called this one, didn't I?
Well, as part of the fire department, it's one of our jobs to put things out. So if you have a libido, let me tell you, there is no pole because we're a first floor firehouse. So I will not be yes-anding your pole situation there.
Yeah. So what was this? He goes, first floors don't get poles. And Sonja goes, like our motel room.
I think she meant like their motel is all one floor.
No.
What? I don't know. So, well, how long have you been at the fire department?
Oh, God.
Young
we have
person?
to say, she finds the youngest guy there. She goes right up to the youngest guy, Chin. What's his name?
Yes.
He's got a big
Alex
chin,
Melvin.
like big movie star chin.
His name is Alex Melvin. Oh, Alex Melvin. So is Alex your first name or is Melvin your first name? Are you just telling me your name in roll call order? I want to know everything about you, Ryan Reynolds type.
How long have you been here? At this fire station. And he's like, he keeps looking to the side. He's so uncomfortable. He's like, well, next month I reach my 11 years. Oh, you don't look old enough to be here 11 years.
Yeah, flicking the hair. I was like, well, I try to stay longer. Oh, well, you're doing a good job. Huh? How do you stay in shape? Want to show me some tips? He's like, well, there's a workout room out back. Okay, well, I was asking you to fuck me, but we could do the workout room first. Okay, I
She's
love
trying to
it.
do this flirty face, but she looks like, oh, hello. Like she looks, it's the most horrifying flirty face I've ever seen. And she's wearing these gigantic earrings that look like the gongs that should have played her off years ago. I mean, she's a disaster. They're sweating. She's in sequins. This guy is looking like he's in a hostage video.
He's like, are you trying to seduce me, Miss Delasaps? Oh, yeah. Oh, I love it. Show me the workout. You want to show me the workout room? I want to see what's going on back there. So she tells us, flirting is all about eye contact and conversation and letting a man know you're available. And there's a way to do that with just enough body language and just a few little hints like, fuck me right now. Just some subtle hints.
Subtle hints to let him know you're available. You crawled out of a free, unconditioned car in sequins, sweating. One of you had your eyelash hanging off. He knows. He knows you're available. Okay.
He figured it out. Okay.
So she goes in and she picks up weights and she's got massive muscles. She's like, oh, I like to do these ones. Right. Am I right? And he's like, yeah, keeps you strong. Do you like to party?
What? Did she ask? Did she just ask him to do drugs?
Yes. And she's, right after she's saying, all you need is a little eye contact. This guy will not look her in the eye. He's like looking away. And then
want to do some meth? Oh my God. Oh my God. She is so shameless. So, yeah. And she's like lifting these weights. Like, yeah, this is how I like to lift my weights. Now imagine if instead of weights, my hands were wrapped around your penis. What I'm saying is, let's do it. Let's do it hard right now. I'm horny. Mama's horny. Subtlety. It's all about subtlety.
So, are you on 24-hour call, Chin? And he's like, well, yeah, we're on 24-hour and then 48 off. I know the drill. You can get a lot done in 48 hours, Alex. And he's like, oh, we do, ma'am. Lots of kittens up trees. I'm not sure I know what you're talking about, man. A lot of pussies that need your help there. Come on, Chin, help me out here. I can't walk this whole mile alone.
I'm trying to be subtle as best I can, but Mama's horny. Come on now. So Ryan like gives like a signal to like his friend. He's like, "Can you please just like pull a fire alarm somewhere? Someone save me."
So meanwhile, Sonja's talking to the fire chief. And so he's like, well, she goes, well, Luann's just so horny. Sorry. She really needs some dick. You know, look at her. She's just hot. She's horny. And he goes, well, Alex is definitely the most GQ fireman we've got, but I suppose it's what we do that makes us hot, right? She goes, have a lot of you been burned? He's like, that wasn't actually, I wasn't intending a pun with that one. Oh. No, not really. None of you were hot, actually. If any of you had like misspelled tattoos on your back, maybe, possibly.
Yeah. So now they're putting a hat onto Sonya's head, and she's like, "Lou, not a hat, but a fireman's helmet." And she's like, "Lou, come on, get a helmet. You won't believe how heavy these things are. Oh, as heavy as this one's cock. I'm hoping. I'm sure they don't call your cock room for nothing. All right, we're just trying to show off the helmet here, ma'am."
All right, well, boys, we're doing a variety show, and you guys have talents, don't you, boys? So, well, one of our talents comes out when the bell rings. She goes, oh, okay. You don't have any hidden talents?
Maybe in the bedroom? Oh, well, my wife says that I organize my toiletries very well. All right, I'm not really getting through these guys.
You're killing me here, buddy. No hidden talents at all? He goes, well, I think firemen have lots of hidden talents. She goes, oh, really? Why don't you show me one? It's like, jeez.
So then Shane tells us, Sonia and I believe Leanne, is it? Leanne? Yes. They really come in like a whirlwind, like dress for success, as they say. And these ladies are full of spice and life. And you can tell anywhere they go, it's going to be exciting and a little desperate. I have to say, it reeks of desperation.
It's going to be a whirlwind, a twister of dollar bills just in a funnel around wherever those two are.
Oh, yeah. The fire alarms will be going off because it's a dumpster fire in sequence that just arrived here. Anyway.
So they're like, we gotta go. Gotta get in the fire trucks. We've got an emergency, boys. So Luann's like, wow, how hot was that? You just see them stop down the block, and the fire chief whips out the hose and starts giving everybody a silkwood shower. Silkwood shower.
Oh my God! They're like, thank you for pulling that emergency fire alarm at the Benton Civic Center.
He's like, doip, doip, doip. We've got an emergency. That was coming from your mouth.
Luann is like, oh wow, that was hot. How hot was that? Oh my God! If they got into a truck, they put on their jackets. I never thought robing would be more exciting than disrobing. Oh, Sonia Rita.
So it's now night 3, and they already look wasted, right? Sonia looks like coked out of her mind, right? So Luann comes over to her room. Luann is dressed like what people think gay men dressed like in 1972.
It's a little Heather Dubrow in Montana, Little
she's wearing
Montana
like the train
Dubrow
conductor hat, but instead of leather, it's like sequined, and then she's wearing a skin tight black sequined outfit.
I think that was her Viva La Diva hat. I think she wears that in the music video. She likes that kind of, yeah. It's like not quite a conductor's cap. It's not quite a police cap. It's just sort of like a goofy hat
not quite a Newsies hat, but it's there.
Not quite a Four Non Blondes hat from the '90s, but sort of.
Yeah. So Sonia's wasted. So Sonia's like, oh my God, the Mayor Fred, got us a truck.
She keeps saying, the mayor. That's right. We have clout in this town. Mayor Fred got us a truck. And she's like, yeah, we went from the Fred Flintstone vehicle that we had to operate with our own legs to this. Thank you, Mr. Mayor. So they have like now a pickup truck. Someone had to donate a pickup truck to the show, clearly.
Yeah. It's a huge, nice, big dick pickup truck. Or little dick pickup truck, I guess. You see those, and you're like, sorry about your tiny penis, sir. So they're driving, and Luann's like, wow, well, I hope we get some talent for this show. Whoever will we cast? She's like, well, we can find a way to use everyone. Everyone has some kind of talent, don't they?
Yeah, she goes, well, I mean, we can't include everyone, Sonia. Otherwise, our play will be 9 hours long. I mean, part of being a celebrity is having a velvet rope. You know what I'm saying? Only a few acts in, and then the rest will just be me singing.
And Sonia's like, well, I think we're gonna get a lot of people to audition because they want to meet us, frankly. And I know that to be true wherever I go, whether it's Korea, France, New York. How did Korea get to the beginning of this example list?
I don't know, but I swear to God, I thought she said Crimea at first. I was like, of course Sonia would be like, let me go to war-torn Crimea Peninsula and Korea, just sign some autographs. Korea, I don't know. Has she been to Korea? She's like, I went to a Korean restaurant.
Whenever I go to Korea, they just chase me down the street. It's crazy.
The S in BTS stands for Sonja. I don't know if you realize that.
Oh, yeah.
So they pull up to the auditions, and Luann's like, I don't see a lot of cars, but it's possible I may have driven over them. I'm in such a big truck right now. Sonja's like, well, don't forget that like one family is 3 people, so it could really be a lot of people that are there. But no, so we're at Benton Follies auditions round 1.
Well, don't you look spiffy? This is just audition. Yeah, you can make an effort, Bill. All right? Jesus Christ, non-gay Bill. You don't have to suck a dick, but at least dress like you do.
Dress for success is what I heard they say.
Oh, yeah, that's what we tell our hookers. They get tax breaks in this town.
We say dress for success to the hookers, and we say, just look like a piece of shit for the guys in the bar. Don't you worry. So
she's like, well, how many people are here, Bill? He's like, 4 or 5. That's it?
Do they know that this is the auditions for the Benton Follies? Didn't you say Benton Follies and all the youth of Benton come running forward? Everyone hears the word Follies and knows this is something hip and cool and young.
So then we see these auditions. Oh, my God. So Carly Atkinson, she's got music on her phone. It's like...
It doesn't go stated, but she's basically doing interpretive dance for Saw. She's doing she's dressed like Jigsaw.
Yeah, it's super weird. So she's dressed like Jigsaw, and then she does backbend, like that creepy, like insidious backbend.
Like the arch, like the wheel, right? Isn't that yoga? Isn't that wheel?
It's so creepy and weird, and she's like giving satanic looks. She's looking at them like, I'm going to fuck you, and then I'm going to eat you. And Bill goes, around here, they're all into this, the dark side or whatever. The fuck is this town? What's going on in this town?
I've never seen an interpretive dance of a horror film. I mean, I'm into violence, I'm into sex, but not at the Follies. Follies means fun and light and singing and rejoicing. But it does remind me, I do remember fucking Jigsaw in the 90s. It was when Limelight was still big in New York City. We had a great time. He booby-trapped me. I loved it. I thought when he said, I'm going to booby-trap you, he meant he's going to motorboat my boobs. He actually booby-trapped me, but I got out of it.
I fucked Jigsaw in Japan, too. There they call him Sudoku. It was pretty good.
Yeah, you don't even want to know what they call him in Korea.
So this girl who does this crazy dance finishes, and then she gives like a dirty look, like that kill you, fuck you look to the audience, and then she goes, thank you. Start smiling. Oh.
Great job, Carly. Great job. You're almost as talented as my own daughter, Victoria.
I'm sorry, Carly. You can't be a serial killer. You have not been picked up for a season 2. That was just a solo killing that you're getting away with. Please clear the stage, gross.
Clear the stage, gross. So then there's like a girl on violin who's like... She's like doing a whole thing. And so I was like, wow, that was great. How long have you been studying? Because my daughter studied for 7 years and she still can't play. Wow, talk about money down the drain. But it's Morgan money, so who really cares? Anyway, what's your name again? She's like, well, I've been doing it for 11 years. And Bill's like, and tell them with who you've been studying. Yitzhak Perlman, right? No, my wife.
Oh, that's my wife. She does. You have a wife? Wow. That was really a town for single people to move to, eh? Good for you, Bill. Didn't see that one coming. So then we get a harp player, which you gotta love. You gotta love this town.
Where'd that come from?
They've got a lot in this town. Their dance classes are bomb. I mean, that girl can seriously backbend.
She was moving. Yeah.
And they have harp lessons? I mean, what the fuck? I don't have harp lessons where I live. I'd have to drive 3 hours to get a harp lesson where I live.
Someone's playing the harp, and Luann goes, makes me want to get into a Roman bath and eat grapes, and then get railed by a fireman. Where's Melvin Alex or Alex Melvin? Get over here.
I guess they didn't have many firemen in Rome. Come to think of it, seeing as how it burnt to the ground. Oh, well, that was a bad example. Bill, get someone to fuck me.
Bill. All right, someone put that harp down on the ground. I'm going to line it, and then someone can fuck me, okay? Fuck me on the harp and see what music happens.
I'm fucking the harp.
You know what? Fuck it. I'm doing the harp instead. Give me that harp.
So then a guy on the guitar who I think does meth comes out, and they're like putting their hands on the air to his song, and his song is like, "It's never too late to change the world." And you're thinking, okay, I mean, that's positive, that's sweet. And he goes, "Watch them bury you." Whoa. Okay.
Whoa.
Well, there is a darkness in this town.
There's a little bit of a darkness. And then we see this little boy on a unicycle playing a keyboard that he's controlling with his mouth. It's like, and so he goes, "Oh, well, this has to be in." I mean, this is talent right here.
Oh, so Luann's like, "Well, we need more people. I mean, I appreciate everyone's talent, but there's just so few people. We need more casting, Bill, before we can figure out the shape of this show." Okay, well, let's just do a video and we can promote it.
Good, because what's the point of casting something if you can't cut people? It's just not fair. You need to have both sides of the equation. It's like, okay, all right, everyone come on stage. All right, gather around the star, which is me, and my sidekick, which is Sonja. All right, okay, I'm going to do all of this, and Sonja will say a date, and then Bill will just say something straight and disgusting, and then we'll all cheer at the end. Okay, is everyone ready?
So they try doing this. So Sonja's like, "You say the things, and then I'll say the date." So they tried doing it, and God bless them. You know, they've got like a whole line of people, pale people, standing up there like, "Ha," and then you've just got Luann like, "Hello, welcome to the gay train of Benton."
Welcome to the Benton Follies, held at the Elizabeth Berkley Center of the Fine Arts. Please come to our show.
Welcome to the Natalie Portman Center of Fine Arts, the only theater helmed by a straight person. Doesn't that sound fun?
Here at the Rafe Fiennes Theater of Large Theaters, we'll be having a Follies for Benton.
At the Meredith Baxter Burney Center of Ballet.
The Mayor Winningham Performing Arts Center of Benton, Illinois welcomes you to the Benton Follies.
So then they get their video done. So next, they're all dressed up to go out, right? So now Lou's in like some pink hat. They're all now's where we see Sonja, who looks all coked out. I said that before because I thought it was the going out scene. We really have turned this into a 5-hour show for no reason. But now is the time where they're going out. So now Sonja's like, "Yeah."
Oh, Sonja Rita, before we go out, do you want to have a glass of Fosé by Luann de Lesseps? Come on. Wow, Sonja, your room is just getting worse every time I step into it. It's terrible.
And she goes, "Oh, but look at these baskets he gave me. They're so amazing." And she's got a basket with so much fruit in it.
I know.
And the bananas are already brown and like have flies. You know, there's already flies all over that room. Watch the dildo. All right, keep the dildo safe. Get some baggies.
Seriously. Well, let's go check out downtown Benton. Is there even such a Is there really even a downtown in this place? Well, let's go see if it exists.
Is there an uptown? I mean, it's kind of an oxymoron, am I right?
So they pile into the truck. And she's like, "Oh, I love this thing." Now, as my fellow contemporary singer, Pink, says, "Let's get this party started."
All right, let's go to the barn bar. It's 6 minutes away. I'm freezing, Sonja Rita. So Sonja's not paying attention. She's just like, "Okay, there's a street called Oak Street." It's like up to her face. Her
and you hear
up to her eyes.
And the navigation goes, "Turn left on Main Street." "Okay, you're going to go up to Oak Street, Lou. Go up to Oak Street." She's like, "What? Oak what?" "Oak Street. You want to make that? Try that. What does that say? What does that sign say?" Well, I didn't look at it. You didn't tell me to look at it in time. Why did you go so fast?
So they get there, and Luann's like, "Where are the keys?" And Sonja goes, "Where do we pay for valet? Suck it in."
Well, I'm pretty sure they don't have valet here, Sonja. So they walk in, like, "Hello, small people of this town. We're here. We've arrived."
"Hello, boys."
Sonja actually spins into the bar. She walks in, she goes, "Whoa." She does like a twirl. "We're here, celebrities."
Yeah, she just throws open the door and spins in and like stumbling already into the door. And so she's like, "So, boys, is this the local watering hole or a watering hole? Or how many watering holes are there? How many holes need watering besides mine? Am I right, boys?"
"Put something in me." So Luann's like, "Wow, look at the ceilings. A lot of underwear up there. It's like it's just staring at Sonja's floor, but it's a ceiling instead.
Yeah, there's just boxers staple gun to the ceiling. And then this weird old dude with a really hairy chest and a really long braided beard comes out, and he's like, "Hey, TV ladies."
His shirt is fully open, by the way. He's just bare chested with like a shirt like open. And Sonja goes, coming in hot. Watch out, coming in hot.
I'm Kevin. She goes, "Wow, you have a very firm handshake, Kevin."
And he goes, "Yeah, well, I'm a farm boy." And he like pats Luann on the shoulder like this. And Luann goes, "Oh!" She's horrified. And she like grabs her shoulder and then she like wipes it like, "Oh my God, farmer touched shoulder. Farmer touched shoulder. Pull the alarm. Get the fireman here."
She grabs his goatee braid and starts leading him around by the beard. And Sonja's like, "Wow, I guess I can just go longer without sex than Luann. I mean, now having said that, it has been a long time already, so we'll see."
When Luann grabs the guy's goatee, she goes, "Wow, this is like a real goat tea." I'm putting that in the show, putting that in the next cabaret show, not in the Follies. We're not burning this on no motherfucking Follies. This is going in Cabaret and Friends. And so he goes, "Bah." Oh, that was a beautiful note that you just hit there. Let me do it too. Bah.
That was a B, am I right? So a lady comes up and she's like, "Oh, the underwear on the ceiling are bartender souvenirs." And she's holding a black baby doll that's in a baby Bjorn. What the hell was that about?
I did not notice that.
You didn't?
No, maybe
what is this? What is this show?
That's a lot of souvenirs. So Kevin goes, "Well, guess what? They'll never get mine because I don't wear any and I never will." Luann's like, "Oh, so you don't wear underwear? Is that what you're saying?" He goes, "Who would?" He goes, "I'm with you on that one, goat man."
So they're hugging fans and stuff, and then they sit with a couple of people, like it's like a lady and a guy, right? And there's this guy named Billy. He's like, "Hello, ladies, I'm Bella," and she's like, "Oh, Billy, where are you from, Billy?" And he's like, "Napoleonville, Louisiana, from the swamp people."
Yeah, and she's like, "Oh wow, what's your last name?" He goes, "Richard." He goes, "Oh, that's French. Luann, this poor person here, he's from New Orleans." And so she goes, "Oh, I love that area of the world, I guess. I don't know. Why are you dragging me into this? Because I guess."
He's like, "I'm in from the town with the weekend house, and we go do some mutton tomorrow, tear up some fields and see if we can do some." He's got that really, really thick accent,
Creole.
Obviously, I can't do.
I know. I wasn't going to say anything, but I was really
it's
enjoying
terrible.
it.
Yeah, no, I'm not even trying. I just wanted to do something because Billy, wow, what a character.
Yeah, like Louisiana accent is really hard for me.
It's so hard.
It's sort of like South, but sort of like, yeah, it's like a lot of what sound.
Yeah, we used to have a family friend that talked like she moved here after Katrina, and she would talk. She'd be like, "What?"
Yeah. I just think of Rennie from Big Brother.
Lady.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I never could do Rennie either back in the day.
Yeah, that Louisiana, because it's what you sort of want to go like that, but it's not. It's like Louisiana. Well, I don't know. So he's like, he's like, "Yeah, we're gonna go mudding tomorrow." And Luann's like, "What is mudding? Can that be put in the Follies?"
Can you fuck it?
Is there something in the bud that you can fuck? Potentially a harp or a fireman?
Sonja, Rita, what about mudding? Oh, sorry, Sonja's too busy adjusting her dress, because Sonja is. She's like pushing up her boobs, and she goes, "Oh, actually, I was just adjusting his view. Here's my boobs, Billy."
She goes, "This guy Billy seems pretty solid. I mean, he seems confident. He's not getting in my space. He's acting kind of standoffish. He actually seems semi-repulsed to see us. But, he's like, 'Hey, you see me? Because I'm trying to hide from you.' And I'm like, 'I see you.' I love it. He's silent but deadly. Sure sounds like a fart."
And Billy's like, "Well, maybe I'll leave something here then for the bar." And Sonja's like, "Oh, if you take that shirt off, I'm going to lose it." And the man's like, "Yeah, I'll mud you right here." So he takes off his shirt, and Sonja's like, "Oh, my God."
And then the thing is, so Luann had missed the part where Billy told Sonja that his last name was Richard. So when he takes off his shirt, he has a big tattoo on his back that says Richard. But Luann sees it and goes, "Richard? Really?" She's like, "Is this a gay? We're fighting gay people. Gay people were the straights supposed to be, and straight people were the gays supposed to be. I'm out of this town."
Thank God Dorinda's not here, am I right?
Who's Richard? He goes, oh, it's Richard. He goes, oh, ha, 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 ha. French. I know French.
I'm like, dude, why is that your name? You've got so many names Richard tattooed on your back.
She was so disgusted. Richard. Well, if this is what Benton life is like, and this is where we're going to meet the boys, then, oh my God, what have I gotten myself into? This is not happening in New York, that's for sure. Oh, please, like, Boutique was any better than this with Harry Dubin rolling around in his filth.
You married Tom. Like, seriously.
This place looked great. I want to go to this bar.
That's like making out with a urinal, Tom. It's like making out with a Petri dish. Give me a fucking break. Your standards are already rock bottom, okay? And so, like, if this goatee guy had money, you'd be all over that in 2 seconds. And he's like pulling down his shorts, showing off his butt tattoos because he's a camera whore. No matter where you are, there will be camera whores. And that's this guy, the goatee guy. So then Luann's like, well, Benton's charming. The people are cool and authentic and different than what I'm used to. I'm going to get lucky here, but I've got to be more selective. Wow.
Wait, more selective than the guy who doesn't wear underwear and is bare-chested and has like a long, crazy goatee? More selective than that?
More selective than Sonja, because Sonja leaves with Richard, right? And she's like, Billy, let's go. I'm riding back with you. Ooh, I love your truck. That's bigger than Lou's. Don't tell her that. So she likes to swing the biggest dick in town. What about you, Billy? And he's like, oh, yeah. And she runs off to bone Billy at the end of the show.
She goes, all I want to say is, the horse is out of the barn. He's like, I don't know what that is, but I know I'm going to get some pussy tonight, so let's go.
Oh, my God.
Oh, my God. I was cracking up. I was like, okay, I get it. I'm so glad. Well, obviously, I was going to stick around for the second episode, but I'm so glad I didn't just judge it by the first episode, which, again, was fine. But the second episode, I was like, oh, this is a funny-ass show.
Yeah, it's a good one. All right, everybody. Well, thank you so much for being with us. We will be back, I don't know, whenever. We're here all the time. Like, literally, come back in 5 minutes. We'll be back with some more.
We're going to have a recap of the third episode of this show coming up.
Yeah. If you want videos, Crappens on Demand on Patreon. Also our bonus episodes. Go check out our Amazon Prime bonus. That was so much fun. Thank you for being here. We will talk to you. Guess what? My hand's not even on the button to end this shit. So here I go. We're going to talk to you next time.
Do it.
Bye.
Bye.